Hey Supercross fans, welcome back to my Week 3 Power Rankings for Anaheim 2. At number 1, standing atop the points, I have, and up 2 positions from last week might I add, Justin Barcia. He's not finished outside of second, so he moves into number 1 for me, especially after round 2, and he was sick. So, number 1 in points, sits atop the board for me. Sitting at number 2, I'm going to keep Adamson Cerullo at number 2. Last week he was really good. Would have finished 4th, except he made a last lap mistake, and it's going to happen. But I have him at number 2. Up 4 positions from last week, I have St. Louis round 2 winner Ken Roczen. He rode extremely well, and looking at the times, he was just really, really fast. And then up 1 position from last week, I have 3rd in points, and that's Jason Anderson. In 5th, down 1 position, I have Eli Tomac. In 6th, down 5 positions, I have Cooper Webb. He just didn't ride well. I know he's probably still sick, but 12th is not good. And then in 7th, up 1 position, I have Malcolm Stewart. In 8th, up 1 position, I have Zach Osborne. He rode a lot better this week. And then in 9th, down 3 positions, I have Blake Baggett. And then rounding out your top 10, I have Justin Brayton, who was there last week as well. Those are my top 10 riders for the week going into Anaheim 2, round 3. So, appreciate you guys watching. I'd like to hear your comments and see who you guys have as your top 10 power rankings going into Anaheim 3. And don't forget to subscribe, like, share it to your friends. Thank you very much. Enjoy A2, round 3. It's going to be a good race. See you guys later. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So breaking these numbers down. Okay, no. So that's my top 10 power rankings going into A3. Now, let's break the numbers down. And we're going to break down A1 numbers, and then we're going to break down St. Louis numbers, and then I'll break them down each week. But I didn't break down A1 numbers, and something that I probably should have. So the fastest guy in A1 was Adamson Cerullo. Second fastest would be tied, but Barcia and Baggett both ran a 58.7. AC ran a 58.5, so just a little under 2/10 faster. Then Webb ran a 58.7, 58.759. Anderson ran a 58.788. Brayton ran a 58.993. Roczen a 59.018. Vince Freeze a 59.254, and then Tomac a 4.70. All right, so check it out. That's 9 guys within 1 second of AC's fastest time, which is a 58.53. Now, what I do is I take a second within the fastest time, which I went a little bit longer. I should probably chop that. That's fine. So in this situation, what I did is I went 59 seconds, 59.7 for and AC's was a 59.5. So 1.2 seconds. How many laps the guys ran under that time frame, right? So Justin Barcia ran 10 laps under a 59.7. Adam Cianciarulo did the same, 10 laps. And then Webb did 6 laps under 59.7. He was your third place finisher. Jason Anderson did 4 laps. Ken Roczen also did 4 laps. Blake Baggett did 3 laps. Tomac did 2 laps. Brayton did 2 laps. And Vince Freeze did 2 laps. 1 lap. Vince Freeze did 1 lap. So that's your 9 guys that were within a second. That's also how many laps they did within that second, right? Which shows you being towards the front helps, obviously. Getting good starts matters tremendously. And then obviously limiting your mistakes. So that was A1. I went through that pretty quickly. Let's go to St. Louis by the numbers. This is a way bigger. So St. Louis, Roczen was your fastest with a 52.1. Barcia ran a 52.3. AC ran a 52.407. Malcolm ran a 52.452. Anderson ran a 52.489. Justin Hill ran a 52.6. Tomac ran a 52.621. Baggett a 52.623. Osborne a 52.703. Brayton ran a 52.741. Plessinger ran a 52.781. And then Cooper Webb ran a 52.9. That was their fastest times, right? So that's everybody. That was 12 guys, all within 1 second of Roczen's fastest time. So what that tells me is these guys can run the pace. Obviously, you see the slower paces in the back, like Webb's 52.9, and those guys are in the back of the pack, right? I think it's harder to run those paces. So how many... I also took the numbers, and I did... laps under 53 seconds, right? And there was 12 guys that did it. Roczen ran 13 laps, and this is why he pulled away, because Barcia only ran 8 laps. And let me just look up, the main event was, that's not a... All right, St. Louis. So the 450 guys ran looks like 24 laps. It's not telling me here. Give me a second. Lap chart. They ran 24 laps. So out of the 24 laps, you had Ken Roczen with 13. That's definitely over half, all under 53 seconds. So that's, again, why he pulled away. Barcia, he had 8 laps. Anderson had 7 laps. Those are your top 3 finishers, right? Then Tomac had 4 laps. Osborne had 4 laps. AC had 4 laps. Malcolm had 2 laps. Brayton 1. Baggett 2. Plessinger 1. Hill 1. And Webb 1, right? So what this tells you is starts are huge. I mean, if everybody's that fast, 12 guys are that fast, where on an off night, you're now getting 12th, because Webb was a little bit off. You're getting 12th. You don't get a good start, and like Malcolm had a decent start. He only ran 2 laps up there. And, I mean, he beat AC because AC made a mistake. But, I mean, he finished 6th. It was only 2 laps. Tomac's bad start. He only had 4 laps. It's harder to run the pace in the back because, well, you're dicing with people. And you're constantly having to block your insides and make sure you're not getting block passed and stuff. So, man, by the numbers, getting the whole shot matters. Obviously, Roczen, Barcia are doing really good. And that's why on my list, I have them towards the top. They're able to run the pace. I mean, the first one, Barcia ran 10 laps at the top speed with AC. The second race, he ran 8 laps. He was the top 2 of the fastest guys. So I'm going to start breaking these down as well and going into these because I find that it's important to look and see who can run the pace. I mean, 12 guys running the pace within a second, you know. Yeah, they only did it for 1 lap, but what if they get the whole shot? Can they do it for 3 laps? Can they do it for 5 laps? Can they do it for 10? Can they do it for 13? I mean, Justin Hill says he doesn't even get tired on the bike. He could go 40 laps, you know. So, I mean, that's what they say. Obviously, they don't, but I think given the place on the track, it matters. You know, get them a whole shot and see what happens. So, as the year goes on, we'll get more data, but, I mean, right now, this is where it's at.